Hollywood is being rebuilt by artists not afraid to disrupt the status quo, telling fresh stories and bringing to life characters who until now have been confined to the margins. This is Emerging Hollywood. In the future, what changes do you think are most pertinent for the industry to make when it comes to portrayal of women?
I think we need more and more diversity, and that doesn't just mean different thin women in different colours. It would also be great to have some more South Asians, because really until recently we've had white people browning up and playing us.
Yeah.
Or if we do get the role, we're blowing up white people, or we are talking very similar type of stereotype, and we're very loud, and we're saying very silly thing all time. And we're never the love interest, we're never the sex symbol, we're just always the ridiculous, awful and embarrassing sort of stereotype. And I think it'd be really cool for more people like Mike Ch3 to create roles for us, or to have some South Asian creators to create authentic roles for us, so that it's not just like me, Carell, and Mindy, and Priyanka.
Yeah, I always wonder if those industries can blow up in America, though, only because the population is so small when it comes to, like, that group of people.
I don't think that's true, especially not in England, where the population's massive of our people.
Well, I mean, I'm saying here in America.
But yeah, here in America, no, I think there's enough for them to be represented. Definitely there's enough. We're not talking about 10 or 12 people. There's still a large and ever-growing population. And also, the products that are made in America and in Hollywood go out across the world. Like, you're educating and nourishing and entertaining the world, but you have to be more responsible. And our world is becoming increasingly beige because everyone is shagging everyone from all kinds of different places.
That is a fact.
And there is no more, I mean, it's just everyone's mixed.
What's next for Jameela?
I don't have a plan. I think the key to my success has been being open to whatever comes in via my periphery. And so I'm just open to whatever comes. I have a community called I Weigh, which is nothing to do with weight. It's just called I Weigh because it's changing the way in which we value women. We no longer want women or men or anyone to be valued by a measuring scale, by a weighing scale. I weigh, for example, my career, my financial independence, my activism, my lovely relationship, my wonderful friends, my sit-down chat with Charlamagne. These are the things that contribute to who I am, as well as all the things that I've struggled with and overcome in my life. I'm turning I Weigh into a company, into a lifestyle company that's actually about your actual lifestyle. It's about being smarter and happier, not thinner and younger. I'll continue with my activism, and maybe people will continue to hire me for acting roles.
So what are your guidelines when choosing projects?
My guidelines when choosing projects are I don't want to do nudity, and I don't pick parts which I think are uninteresting or a cliche about women. So I'm not just going to play like the nagging, annoying girlfriend. I want a role that's actually challenging and nuanced. What I love about The Good Place is that you have two women who have very complicated existences and a very complicated relationship with each other. Nothing about them is a cliche. And I think that's really cool. And I think we just need more of that rather than the same old stereotypes that have been used to pigeonhole women.
You think you write your own show?
Yes. I'd really like to write my own show. I have a couple of different ideas that I have, just with interesting, diverse casts, people of different sizes, people of different backgrounds. And again, The Good Place, you don't get more diverse in so many ways than on that set. It's really cool to be a part of it, and none of us are tokenized.
Yeah, I feel like when you want to tell the stories that you want to see, you have to write them. Like, who else is going to do that? You said something interesting, though. You said none of y'all are tokens. Like, I don't want token diversity either, where they're just putting certain people in certain places just to say that they're there.
Yeah, I'm not interested in that. I also feel very passionately about not taking disabled roles. I was asked recently to play maybe the part of a deaf woman, and I said, I was literally asked to play the role of a deaf woman, and I said no, even though I was deaf as a child until I was about 12, on and off. I had lots of operations, and I said no because I don't want to take one of the only roles for a deaf woman when there's a great deaf actress out there in the world and she could have that role. And I think we need to take more responsibility for that. I understand when actors are like, we want to be able to suspend disbelief and I'll fight for the deaf. I think someone said for the right to be able to suspend disbelief. It's like, okay, fine. But before you do that, can you please fight for the deaf, for there to be more roles for disenfranchised people, for marginalised people? Let's fight for the death for the actual diversity first, for more gay roles that aren't just about being gay, for more disabled roles that aren't just about being disabled. Let's fight to the death for that. And then there'll be so many roles like that, then it'll be all right to share them with able-bodied, straight, white actors.
Gotcha.
But that's something that I feel very passionate about in Hollywood, and I'm trying to not be a part of erasure.
What's your dream project?
My dream project, is something with probably Kristen, Wiig and Steve Carell, something like that. Comedy. I really love comedy, and it's something that I grew up watching, and I'd love to do more of that. I'd also love to create my own comedy. And so I think that's something that I'll next go on to, is starting to create my own content.
How do you deal with rejection? Like when you write something and you think it's fire, and then you present it and they're like, nah, that's not what we're looking for.
I just have high hopes, low expectations. And that's been my key to happiness. I see trying as winning, and everything else on top of that is just cake. And so I think we need to put more emphasis on that so people actually try and live their dreams and don't like hold themselves back because they're so scared of failure.
So you're living your dream right now?
Yeah.
Jameela, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much for having me.
You are a winner. Thank you for joining me.